Hi guys, this is Keshika and welcome to my channel Amethyst Awakening. Today we're going to do a love reading, and as you would have read in the title below, what we're looking at today is three things. We're looking at how you make the person feel, how your person feels about you, and what their intentions are. A lot of times we're focused on how the other person feels about us, but in the process what we forget to look at is how we make the other person feel and how our actions are impacting them and how they feel. So I think this is a very important angle that we should also try to get visibility over, so that we can better understand our actions and how we are impacting the flow of the relationship, knowingly or unknowingly, because we might have certain things we do without giving much thought, and those subconscious actions actually impact how the other person feels around us and how they might feel about us as well. So we have 4 piles today with us. We have pile number 1, which is the pyrite stone. Then we have pile number 2, which is the red jasper pyramid. We have pile number 3, which is the rose quartz pyramid. And we have pile number 4, which is the Rudraksh bead. Now I want you guys to take a minute and think about your person, whoever this person is who you're asking about. Try to feel into their energy or your relationship's energy, and a good way to do that would be to recollect something they said to you or some dialogue you all had, and just remember the person. Try to get into their vibe or the vibe you do have together, and close your eyes, think about it. Now gradually, as you feel centered, just open your eyes and see which of these 4 stones are you drawn to, or which of these 4 piles are you drawn to, and whichever pile you're drawn to will have your answer, because subconsciously you know which pile has your answer. So all of those who are new to picker cards and are wondering how these general picker cards even work, it works through your subconscious. So your subconscious knows which pile has the answer. You're much smarter than you think, and you know a lot more than you think you do, and or you might even believe is possible. If you're drawn to a particular number from 1 to 4, that's alright too. It's just intuitively whichever pile or number you feel has your message. Rest assured, trust it will. Though these are general readings, so there's a disclaimer out there that all of the information might not resonate with each one of you. And so only take what resonates and what makes sense to you. Whatever feels like it's not your person, or it's not your energy, or it's not meant for you, then trust that it's not meant for you. Go with your gut and your intuition, because this is not a personal reading, it is a general reading, and I'm reading for tons of you all, right? So there would be messages that are meant for one person that does not come out, that does not resonate with another person. I'm actually getting names in my head right now, but I'm not really saying them, but yeah. So suppose I get a message that's for Sheila, for example, just a random name that came to my head. Probably there's some Sheila out there watching this video. If you're there and if you're open to it, please comment or say hi so I know you're there. And those messages might not resonate with Samantha, probably. So Samantha, if you're there as well, please say hi in the comments below. So just see whatever resonates, what makes sense to you, and take that, leave the rest. Okay, now we're going to begin with the reading. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. We're going to be using 3 different decks today. So I'm going to begin with the Before Tarot deck, through which we're going to see how you make your person feel. I am live shuffling, though you might not be, though it's not on camera, but I'm live shuffling. I'll be fast forwarding this bit. Okay, actually for you guys, I feel this part I'm going to keep on having to pull cards as we move ahead. You make your person feel confident. I think through your actions, through your words, they're feeling more and more confident to take action. They feel like they have what you need, or they have the ability, the capability, or whatever qualities that can complement you well. And they feel like they are a good match for you. This feeling that they have actually gets them really excited about you and about the possibilities that the two of you could have. It makes them feel like this is just the beginning stages of growth of the relationship. But like, do you see how there are leaves coming on these stems? It's like they're just beginning to grow, right? But there are lots of them and they're flourishing everywhere in all of these stems. And they feel like things are going to flourish even more and things are going to get better. They're working on they're somehow through your actions, you're helping them work on their confidence and make them feel more secure, overcome their insecurities and just feel like they are worthy of you. They're reaching that stage and they're coming out of obsessive thinking and just feeling stressed and wondering if you really like them or not. I think that is something that used to worry them a lot, and they still are concerned, like they're not sure if you like them, but at least now, at least you make them feel that they are a good counterpart or they are worthy of you, or you make them feel like your man. Okay, so I am reading this as I'm reading it for masculine energy for simplicity's sake, but the reading is gender neutral and energies are also interchangeable, so depending on who you're listening this reading for, take it in that gender or for that person. It doesn't, if I'm referring to this person as a he, it does not need to be a he. The person could be a she, the person could be a they, whatever. So don't get too bothered or hassled or wound up in the pronouns. This is just for simplicity's sake. So, and the same applies for you as well, right? So I am considering you as I'm using, you get what I'm saying, right? You do. So I'm using the pronoun she for you and he for them, okay? To keep it simple. So your person might think or might not be sure if you will accept their love or their proposal or their offer or whatever they have to offer, or their friendly gestures, or you will actually accept when they go the distance for you or make a move towards you, whatever the next stage or next step may be for y'all. Or if they do any if they give you a gift or they buy you flowers, will you accept it, will you not? They're not sure about that, but they do know that they have a fair shot. They know that they don't feel like you're out of league. If I put it very simplistically, they feel like it is possible for the two of you to be together, if that makes sense. Yeah. They see scope with you. They think it is achievable, and while it might take some time to develop, they are happy to rush forward and put in come in full force with all the investment that's needed from their end, because they're capable to do it. And also they know that it is possible for you all to get together. You know, they're not like arrogant about it. So I'm not getting like an arrogant or obnoxious vibe, but it's like, you know, they feel like there's some people you think are out of your league, and there's some people who you know are like really good, but you would make a good match with them, and it is very possible that like you have a shot. They think you make them feel like they do have a shot. You know, they're not confident if something will happen, but they feel like you do have a shot. So I'm gonna keep these cards here. Now let's look at what they feel about you, or like how they feel towards you. So they feel like they have to make a decision if they want, or they feel what they feel about you is they feel that you are you're showing them different possibilities probably in which the direction can move, or they're seeing different possibilities in which, I'm sorry, did I say in which the direction can move? I mean in which the relationship can move. So there are different directions. Suppose there are like 4 options in which you guys can now take the next step. It is now time for them to decide what window do you guys want to walk in, or what window do they want to walk in, and then they can come towards you with that proposal, and then you all can probably figure and decide, you know, what needs to be done next. Like they feel like it is time for judgment, and we did get like the judgment card at the back of the deck, and while I was shuffling I saw the 2 of Swords, which is again all about choices. So how they feel about you is they feel like it is time for them to sort of decide how they feel about you, or what they want to do about their feelings, how they feel towards you. You make them feel really, really happy. Again, they're longing to be with you. They sort of want to be in. This is a very good. These are all very good cards, you know. You're getting the Sun, you're getting the Ace of Wands. It's like they feel like they want to start something new with you, and they're just like figuring in what direction they want to go in. They feel really happy around you. They feel like, you know, you're the one who lights up their life, or like they shine around you, sort of, you know. There's a sparkle in their eye, or they see your eyes light up, or what you make them light up, and like, or like they light up around you. They also feel like there isn't much competition. Like I think you make them feel secure. You make them feel like they don't really have to fight for your attention or fight for you. So that insecurity bit has gone, and now that they know that, you know, they have a shot, they're sort of figuring if they want to pursue it, or like in what direction do they want to go in next. That's interesting. So very much, you guys are very much the pile for which I think the reading was meant, because you're at that stage where the person is now, we're going to look at the intentions. The person now has to like say what their intentions are. Okay. What are the intentions towards pile 1? I feel like they still might wait it out a little before they commit, and that is purely because they want to bring more. So the back of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So they just want to bring more balance in their life. So they're going to wait it out till like things get a little bit better before they can actually commit. Right now, they might come in with like an expression of how they feel, or like open up a little and tell you what the situation is. And they might tell you that right now they already have a lot going on which they need to complete, but they genuinely do like you, and they think They see the potential, they see the possibility, they want to give it a shot, but like it might not be very, like they might not come in with a very serious commitment, like, you know, moving in or getting married sort of decision, but they feel like that might not be possible at the moment. But they know that if they don't give you anything, or if they don't express anything, there is a possibility that you might walk away, which they do not want, because they don't want to lose you, and they think that, you know, you really make them very happy and they want that new beginning with you. But so they're gonna come forward, they want to say a lot and they really want to come forward soon, but they feel like, you know, they're gonna have, like, you guys are gonna just have to be open and flow with it, go with the flow, see how things come to fruition, how things move on. But they do see the potential, they do think that you all are at some level destined to be in each other's lives, and there just needs to be some patience around the situation. It's like, you know, you have to, like a bird just patiently builds its nest. If a storm comes and the nest goes away, it just patiently builds it again. So they feel like work needs to be put in, and it might not happen right away, but they are willing to wait for it to happen till they find a way out and they can fully commit, you know, like for life commitment or long-term commitment. But yes, they will still tell you that while they might not be able to give you everything you want right now, they do intend to, and that intention, that attraction, I feel, is there right now. It's a little, in terms of offering, it's a little early stage, and they might have, like, you know, they might be someone. Okay, so either of these two things can happen. So either they have traditionally been someone who has had a pattern of, like, you know, rushing into relationships really soon and then sort of getting stuck in it and not finding a way out, and, you know, so that is something that they do not want to repeat. Another scenario could be where this person is not one to give commitment. They might have a lot of, like, you know, situationships or just like more than friend kind of situations, but like not much commitment. That could be a pattern they have, which they want to break by giving whatever commitment they can give. It could also be that they really like whatever they have with you right now. They don't wish to lose that, and so they will give something more, but they don't want to, like, jeopardize what they have currently by going all in. So they might not directly take the whole run or like go all in, but there is some, see, I would like to point out that it's not up to the mark, you know. You make them feel like the emperor, and their intention towards you is a page, which is like like a beginner, like a student. So they're just like learning how to love, or like how to express feelings, and it might all be very new to them. If that's the case, then they'll grow with time. But if this is one of their patterns and you know historically this is how they have been, then that is something you might want to keep in mind, because they might not come in with the full offer, but you're already making them feel like they're the one, you know. So if it's a scenario where, you know, you feel like the other person's not feeling the incentive to really invest and they're not investing as much as you deserve, then that is something you need to think about and see if that is something you really want. Because right now their offer is very, very childlike or naive, or very, like, you know, like someone's like a relationship you have when you're like in high school or college or something of that sort. It's not like a very matured relationship proposition, though the way you're making them feel is like, you know, the man of the house and like your husband or your person for life, and they also feel like supremely happy around you and they want to move in that direction. Maybe like they're sort of making the decision now. So see what decision they're coming up with. You will know your situation best and their history best. So basis that, make a call. But they intend to offer little right now. They might not offer a lot, if that makes sense to you. While energies can change, and since they're still in the decision making process, things could change. But it's just that you're making them feel like an emperor. And if their intention is the page and that's where they're at, or if they've not even reached the page right now and they're going to offer you as a page, then you're probably like making them feel like you're treating them like an emperor, which is why they're feeling like an emperor. So, okay, let me give you an example to make this very clear. So if there is an intern, so a page can be seen as an intern, probably not even like a full-time employee in the organization, not like an employee or a manager. And forget a CEO. And the emperor is like the CEO, you know, the emperor is like the king of all the kings. So if all the kings are all the department heads, and then the knights are the managers or like the workers and or the team people basically, and the page is like an intern or like just a fresh hire. You are treating an intern or someone who's just entered the organization as the CEO and giving them rights like that in your life or in the company. So when an intern is given the rights of a CEO, why would the intern work or put in the effort to become a CEO? Because they already have the rights or they feel like a CEO. So they're just gonna like chill wherever they are, you know. So if that is the scenario, then please put that in check and give it a thought on how you want to go about it, because that is something you should consider. But if this is someone who you're like probably who you know, if this is an intern who you know has the potential to become a CEO and they see that too, and they very well are aware that this is where they currently are and they want to get there, if that's their intention, but right now I intend to like do my internship well, then get a job, then become a manager, then a department head, then the CEO, then that's fine. That's the attitude to have. That's something you can work with. But if this is an intern who's pretending, who is chilling or would rather be an intern on paper, but do and act like they're the CEO of the company, then you have to see if you're okay with that. Like if you're okay with that, that's totally up to you. But that's a message I got that might be like not for all of you, but like for some of you, and I felt like I needed to say that for someone. So yeah. Yes guys, I think that was the message for you. I really hope this helped you in some way. Do let me know in the comments below how this resonated in your situation. And if you have any doubts, any questions, or like just in general about your person, your situation, something you'd like to share that you think will help the others watching the video, then please do. If you want to support the channel, then please like the video if you actually liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of such videos that we're gonna do. And yeah, and if you want to like support and you have nothing to say but you still feel like you want to support this video, reach more people, then like comment below whatever it is, even if it's just a hi or like, you know, the file number or anything random, like it doesn't matter. It just brings traction. And yeah, it really helped me and make me really happy, and it'll also make a lot of other people really happy if the video helps them. So yes, thank you so much. I will see you around group number 1. Bye bye. Hi group number 2, welcome to your reading. God, your energy is making me like slightly nauseous and dizzy. And also a thing to that I like to point out is, while I was clearing the energy from the decks from the previous group's reading and like charging it up for your reading, I sort of got like two emperors and an empress. So some of you might be in a situation where you think you have like two people on your mind maybe right now, both of them equally good. Or like while you were selecting the pile, you were a little confused between two men or like two women or whatever. Or it could be that you're like not seeing how perfect this person is, that you actually needed like two emperors to show up with an empress. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, look at this. We have the empress and we have the emperor that flew out, and then we already have the emperor, you know. So it's like she's in between of like these two perfect matches for her. Neither you just can't figure which one's the true emperor probably, and that's making you dizzy, because I'm feeling like a little dizzy since I tapped into your energy. But we'll come to that probably as we read in. I'll get a little more clarity on what's happening in your story. Okay. We're going to begin with the Before Tarot deck and look into how you make your person feel, whoever you have on your mind right now. Yeah, and I also feel like since two emperors showed up, we might have like two different energies here. This pile could be a pile of really strong soulmates and twin flames, and maybe there are two storylines that are going to show up, which is why two emperors showed up. So let's see. You make your person feel that you would happily put logic aside for them. Like you're a really logical and rational person, and you usually like to think your decisions through. And while a lot of things in the situation aren't going well and you have enough reason to walk out of the relationship or your situation, or like, you know, to take a step back, you still aren't, because you see sense in whatever reasons you see to stay. So like you're not technically putting your logic aside, but like you're using a different set of reasoning, and it's not exactly quantitative. So even if there are like 3 cons and two pros to the situation, you're still like sticking to the fact that there are 2 pros, because maybe those pros are like have more weight or are more important. So it is for you a very logical and rational choice. But some people around you might feel like you're sort of ignoring a few things, or like putting your logic aside a little, or like you're happy to do that and ignore those points for them. So I think your person feels like, you know, if needed, you're happy to like look over a few things, and you're not really gonna like, you know, push them away because of a few mistakes or something like that. You make your person feel like they can be open with you. They can be open with you. They can genuinely vent with you. And you know, if there's like, if they're having a really bad day, and suppose they just need someone to like go and, you know, remove their frustration or like share that with it. It's not like they're removing their anger on you or anything. They're just like sharing their frustration with you. And at the same time, they can also like share their aspirations and their desires with you. They can share everything they're experiencing, the good, bad, the light, dark, everything. Like they really feel like they can put things aside, or like they don't really need to hold on to stuff very tightly. They can actually share whatever, and which makes sense with the, you know, letting go of few things, because they know that you're not going to like judge them harshly to an extent that what they say is going to go against them. Like you will see both their sides, and you will see them in entirety and actually choose to see their good, you know. You make them feel like it might not be the easiest road to be together, but it is definitely a path where they can get the fulfillment. Like after it rains, the rainbow does show up, the sky does clear. We already have the Ten of Cups here, so we know that, this is actually a relationship that is emotionally fulfilling. Yes, there is a possibility that he or she might get hurt in the process, or till the time they actually reach a place or a time when the skies are clear and things are calmer. And right now they're trying to go through this, pass through the storm along with you. And there is potential to get hurt as well, but that's all right. That's all right, because there is potential to achieve this immense sense of emotional fulfillment and feeling of completeness, that this is not too much of a risk, like it is something that aware is a risk, but they're willing to take the risk because they feel like you're a soulmate, and they feel like while they're putting in the work, so are you, and together you all will be able to create or create these 6 bouquets or whatever they're trying to do in the cups. Hi. So group number 2, during your reading, I completed it, but my phone's battery, storage space, ran out and it didn't get recorded beyond the part before this. So we pretty much finished what have you make your person feel in the part that got recorded, thankfully. And I was just telling you that while there's a possibility, they know they can get hurt, and it's not they don't feel like there's a sure shot possibility, or it's 100% sure that things will work out, but they definitely feel like they can be themselves and open up around you, and that you'll be reasonable with them. You're going to be reasonable. The Queen of Swords is reasonable about things. So, you're going to be reasonable about them, and they do see that you're a soulmate and you're there with them through the journey, and you're not just, they're not just by themselves. And this actually reveals the Empress again. They see that potential with you, the forever potential. Now let's see how they feel about you, okay? I'm gonna do this again and see what comes up. They feel like they might have to fight for you. They feel like right now it's not certain that you two can get together, and they're not sure if things will really work out. They feel like a decision needs to be made. They need to decide. They need to decide if they're willing to look beyond the risk, which I feel they are. I also feel like they could see through, you see this bird in the cage, it's something that, you're keeping something captured, a part of you, and you might feel like it's all for you, or it's just for you, but other people can see it. So they can see things that you're probably trying to just keep to yourself. And they wanna take you along with everything, irrespective on the journey. Yeah. Okay, you know what, guys? I feel like at the beginning of the reading, like I told you guys, that two emperors are coming out, and we might have like two different energies that come through. I think the earlier reading that I did was like for a group of emperors, and this is like for another group of emperors. So like, you know, the way you'll make them feel is the same, but the way they feel towards you is for the reading that didn't get recorded. And I'm going to tell you, I don't remember everything, so whatever I remember is actually the message that is meant for some of you from that part of the reading. Is that they feel like there is potential for forever. They hope that it works out. They do. It's just that it's sort of like, you know, the competition angle didn't come out. Okay, so one group of emperors feels like they have to compete for you, which is coming out now. The other group of emperors didn't feel that they had to compete for you. So this competition thing might not be for all of you, but for some of you, they do feel like you have, or your attention is somewhere else, while they are actually with you in the journey. You know, and this might be for some of you. And the others of you, they are in the journey, and the journey, they're really not where they are right now. But that is because there are some limitations and they're being unable to take it to the next stage, you know. There is something out here, there is some imbalance that needs to be fixed. It's not, another thing that came up even then and even now that I'm getting from these cards is that it's not going to take as long, like it's towards the end of the struggle, and you might have reached like a certain landmark together, you know, like one major stage has been completed of sorts, you can say that, and they feel like it is time to begin the next stage, or it is time the next stage might begin. But some of these guys feel like it's gonna be like a competition, or like they're gonna have to put in the work when they might not get enough attention in return. Like some of them feel like they have to fight for your attention. Yeah, they're waiting for you to notice them. So there's one group of you whose person feels like they have to, they feel like, so both of these guys feel like they're your soulmates and stuff, and there is potential in the long run. One group knows that you're going to be there through thick and thin, and you know, things are going to be fine and stuff like that. But the other group is a little unsure if you will stick around to the end, or if you're even paying attention towards them. Maybe you're praying to get together with someone else, and this is only for like those of you who actually have someone else on your mind. So it's not like your person is hallucinating about it, or they're making up stories in their head. No, but in scenarios where you are seeing and dating other people that they are aware of, or in scenarios where you have another intense relationship that is very on and off that's going on, or in scenarios where, you know, you've recently broken up or come out of a relationship, they might feel, or like in scenarios where they know that other people are also pursuing you equally, and you know, you're in the same school or college, or you know, you'll study together, you'll work together, like they know that there are other people in the circle who are hitting on you, or like, you know, if you're popular, like if you're active on social media and stuff, they might see other guys or girls comment on your pictures and videos, and they might know that, you know, there is competition out there. So for those people, they feel like they'll have to fight for you, and then they feel like it's achievable, but they're not really certain. Like, they're sort of waiting for you to, like, they might not be coming across very strongly because they might be waiting for you to actually give them some more attention before they invest more. But those of you where this is not a scenario, and where your person, like where you have not told your person about any other girl or guy you're interested in, and where you're not very active on social media, or there's no way they would have seen that, and if that is not the case, then this message or this part of the message basically is not for you. But overall, they do see, like, they feel like y'all can be together and y'all can be free together, and I think freedom is a huge part over here. And like freedom and understanding, being able to understand each other, and the whole soulmate vibe that's coming across. Let's see what their intentions are towards you. Yeah, it's a strong offer. They feel like they can give you everything, and they also, their intention is to become the person you can rely on, or become someone who has your back, who can provide for you, who can keep you safe. They feel like there is a chance that you might walk away, and they don't want that to happen, so they want to be like your go-to person. Oh my god, like, who am I kidding? They want to be the go-to person in entirety, and the Emperor is like the king of all the kings, and we have the King of Pentacles is more grounded and like the most three-dimensional, materially stable, committed King of Pentacles, So yeah, both of them are like really stable, really grounded. So they do want to be like, they intend to become that person for you and be that person in your life. Just that, come on guys, like, come on. They see you as a soulmate, they want to be with you, okay? And this had come up earlier as well when I did the recording. So yeah, so like, they definitely want to be with you. It's just that some of them feel like there's competition. And for the other half, where the recording didn't get recorded, the message was that they want to, but there is something around them that is like stopping them. So maybe it's a pandemic situation, maybe it's a work situation, or something in their life that's not going well, or like they don't have the bandwidth right now to actually like, accommodate or focus as much on this aspect of their lives, but like, focus on expressing more emotionally, or becoming that, emotional support for you, or like having that sort of intense, passionate connection, and like, the initial intensity that is there. They might not, like in the new beginning, they might not have. I love how the cards just come up and keep on continuing the story that's coming to my mind. Okay, so they feel like right now, some of them feel like they might not have the bandwidth to like, have the new beginning, but they definitely do want it. Like this group, the intention is something long term. The intention is that commitment. You'll make them feel like they can be themselves around you. It's very comfortable. It's very like, equal effort sort of a thing. It's just that they feel like probably there is something that you are not telling them or showing them voluntarily, though they're being able to see it any which way. And while you might not be like voluntarily telling them a few things, or like being like, oh, what's on your mind? If you don't tell me, I'm gonna go, and like I have whatever, like I have other prospects who I can then pursue if you're not interested in, stuff like that. While you might not be saying such things, some of them can see it, and that does play on their mind. But all in all, like, they are gonna take that leap of faith towards a next step or a new beginning with you. They might buy flowers for you when they do that. Like some of them, not all of you, but like some of them like might get a gift for you, and yeah, they're really certain. And when they do take a leap in that direction or a step in that direction, they're going to do it with certainty. There's not going to be any ambiguity around the situation. You're going to have clarity. They're going to tell you clearly. It's not going to be like, you just don't know when things are happening, or like, you will know. You will so know what is happening and why it's happening. Like, they will tell you. They will. Yeah, see, this is exactly the energy that's coming the previous time. Like, this card showed up, and that's basically like for those of you who were doubting the message I gave, maybe from the earlier recording, and want to see the card. This is the exact card that came out then, and yeah. There's some of them, it's just not time, for some of you, it's just not time. So some of the other hindrances coming up in like taking this to, or like in them like actually implementing or acting on their intentions. But for the rest of you, it's just like, if I feel like they do see a future with you, it's just that they're concerned about competition. So like when they realize that there isn't competition, or like when they feel like they're capable of actually winning over the competition, and like, it's time and they think they're ready, they're going to come forward with it, but they definitely do intend. So I hope this helped you guys in some way. Please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and it like helps the video reach more people. Comment and let me know how this resonated with you, and which of these two energies you resonated with. And if there's anything else you'd like to share, if you just want to comment for the sake of, connecting or like supporting the channel, then just say hi, just let me know what pile you pick, just whatever. Like, I love you guys. Stay in touch. I'll see you around in the next reading. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about when the next video is out, basically. I'm gonna see you guys around. Bye-bye. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, my Rose Quartz group. Welcome to your reading. Now, we're going to begin with looking into how you make your person feel, alright? So, I'm going to be shuffling live, though you're not going to be able to see the shuffle, but like I'm shuffling it now, okay, just so you know. And I'll be fast forwarding the shuffle. Okay, if you guys are not in communication, or like some of you who've had a fight or something like that, your person feels that something is only possible if you let them know it is. So they're sort of waiting for your message or your signal or some indication. They feel like they have to wait to learn how you feel or what's on your mind. Yeah. They feel like it is only possible. It is only possible if you make a move. And you make them feel like they're not going to be able to win, They're not going to be able to win with you. It's just not possible. And you make them feel like, it's all... They really have to kind of like, put in a fight, and like, maybe you all were together and you all broke up or something, and things didn't really end well on a good note, and maybe they said something hurtful, or like you make them feel like they're very harsh, maybe in the words they say, and that, like they're only thinking through the relationship and there's not enough logic. They're not giving you enough, maybe. There's a sense of like waiting that I'm getting from this pile, like waiting. like by the time you'll get together, they might just become like really, really old. Because they have to wait so much for them. It's like a really, really long wait. What are you guys making them wait for? Or like, are you not making them wait? And are they just like assuming they have to wait? I don't know. Just like, let me know in the comments what's going on, guys. Because your person really feels like they can't do anything till... Yeah, they feel like they can't. It's not... A relationship is not possible. Or like, it's not possible for things to... Yeah. I don't feel like any of you guys are in a relationship at present. Like most of you, 99 or 98% of you aren't. The 1 or 2% of you that might be in a relationship with your person, you're probably like had a fight with them or something like that. And they feel like they have to wait for your message, and only then will they know that things have cooled down enough for them to like make a move. And they really are in no place to say what they want right now. They're not in... You don't make them feel like they can say what they want. It's like... when you're struggling so much that you really go to like an empty piece of land to take a breath of fresh air and yell or whatever and feel free. Like they really don't feel like they're free to actually say what they want, like, or speak their mind. They want to, but they're afraid that what they say might come out very harsh or like very like plain, without like, you know, I don't want to say without substance, but like without, when the whatever they might say might come very like, you know, like you're giving an answer with like 0.1234 and it's just like, it's monotonous. It's like this, like the stating something, it's not gonna have like emotion or passion or anything, and they feel like that's not really gonna be received well right now, and they feel like they have to wait for your letter or something that you initiate basically, and once they read that, would they get more clarity on what tonality they can respond with, and you know, they're not really understanding what's going on. You don't make them feel like, you don't make them feel like they understand what's going on. Like, yeah, maybe you do want to be with them, which is why you're watching this reading, or like they're still on your mind, but you don't make them feel like they understand, you know, they don't really understand that. Let's see how they feel about you. They feel like you're really hot and they're very attracted to you for sure. But they feel like they can't have you for some reason. It's like they need your permission to have you, which is fine, which is fair in all cases. But if it feels like, you know, it's not like it's they need like an invitation from you to actually ask for you, or like do you see the statue out here? It's actually, excuse me. Okay, there's like the sneeze that's coming but not coming, and that's annoying me, but I'm so sorry. Okay, so do you see the statue over here? Now this is actually on the road and it's like a street light statue. Now if the statue was like in a store or someplace, they could purchase it, they could have it if they wanted, right? Because they could. Like here it's a street light. You can't go around buying street lights or lifting it off the street, right? You have to like, it's a tough job. The government has to let you do it, and whatever organization or like to get a replica. It's sort of not achievable, but they still adore it. So it's like they really adore you, but there is something that is not like out of bound or out of reach sort of vibe when it comes to you. That's coming across, and like how you make them feel, and also like how they feel about you. They feel, how do they feel towards you? They feel like if they wish for you and like they do the right things, and then there is a possibility that they could have you, but it's very wishful. It's like there's this element of like not necessarily attainable, but still like when you wish in the wishing, it's like, and look at the amount of coins this dude is throwing in the wishing well. Like normally you make a wish, you toss one coin in, and that's about it. Yeah, he's just like tossing all the coins he has, and he's like, one, I'll just wish for the same thing 10 times, and probably like one of the times it'll come true, something of that sort. And I'm sorry if you heard some sound in the background, but yeah, there's something like unachievable. What is it, guys? Let's see what his intentions are. Oh, guys, please remember all the readings are gender neutral. I sometimes forget to say it, but like all of my readings, always, I read on the energies, and while I might refer to the energy as a male energy, it need not be, or like, it's just doesn't matter. In your case, if you're reading, like, if you're watching this for a female or whatever pronoun your person prefers, just take it by that pronoun, okay? Yeah, their intention right now is to keep it all in. I don't really see them speaking up. There is some conflict. Either you all had a conflict or there was some fight or something, but I don't really see these guys. They intend to keep quiet about it, They intend to have the knowing and quietly wish for it, but yet not really say anything or take a stand or like, do not like they're not gonna like say words. If you're not like in communication, you want them to speak to you, you're gonna have to initiate the communication. And it's not like you want them, like even if you want to speak to them or whatever, like they are happy to speak to you if you reach out, but like I don't see them reaching out to you before you reach out, and it's not because of ego or anything of that sort. It just seems like something happened which now it would be like inappropriate for them to message you or call you or speak to you, So the appropriate way, or what they think is a respectable way or the right way to move forward, is that you guys reach out to them, and if that does not happen, they don't intend to say or do anything about it. They'd rather just like silently keep on wishing about it than say anything. They really just hope that whatever is there remains, and they don't want to make things worse by saying something. So they feel like it's best they just keep themselves under control and the desires under control, and just like wish for it to come true, but they're not really gonna say much. Yeah, they're gonna wait it out. I'm getting like 8 to 9 months or weeks, or like the month September for some of y'all. That could be significant in some way. But for most of you guys, I feel like y'all will have to send something or initiate contact in some way if y'all are out of contact, if you want to revive this situation or this relationship with this person. If you don't want to revive it, that's absolutely fine. And they are actually respecting your boundaries, or like they think it is the right thing to do, which is why they're not reaching out and they're waiting for your message. They're really attracted to you, but they feel like it's best if they wait it out. I hope this helped you in some way and gained some clarity over your situation. Do let me know. I'm a little intrigued actually by your situation. So I'd love if like you guys would be okay sharing a little about it and letting us know what happened. If there's anything else you like to say, even just a hi or like anything, you have the comment section. I read it personally and I will respond to it. And please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel and it will help you all keep in touch. And just know when the next video is out. So hit the notification bell and I will see you guys around. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 4, group number 4, the Rudraksh bead. You guys are our last group for the day, and let's see what's in store for you. Let's see. We're going to start with the before tarot for you guys, and we're first going to see how you make your person feel. Okay, I am live shuffling, but you're not going to be able to see it on camera because the camera is on the table, which is a little far from my hands. And I'm gonna fast forward the shuffle though, but like just so you know, I'm live shuffling it. Okay. You guys make them feel like they still need to put in work for things to happen, or for the story to unfold. It's like you make them feel like they're not, either maybe they're not putting in the work that's needed. I don't know if they are, but they definitely feel like they're not showing you enough love. They're not completely capable, or they're not being able to satisfy you completely, fulfilling all your needs and whatever you need basically. And they're not being able to do what they need to, and it's like, you know, the 7 of swords here, they're arranging the swords, but this guy's like, actually, if we see in the tarot, this guy just lifts up 5 of the swords and like starts walking away. It's like they're not being able to like, they're not being able to lift the 7 swords also. They're being sneaky about it. They're taking like 5 and going away, leaving 2. They're not giving you enough. Like suppose these 7 swords are meant for you, but this guy just came and took 5 and left, you know. So it's like they have to put in some work which they're not putting in. You make them feel like you make them feel like you're better off without them. Maybe like they want you, but they can keep on wanting you, and that's okay. But you're happy where you are and you have your freedom and stuff, and like they're not being able to they still have to learn the skill to actually, you know, manage things or juggle things. Yeah. Okay, so this energy can be interchanged, and the story can go both ways. So either you make them feel like you don't love them enough, or like, you know, you can't give them what they want, or else you make them feel like they can't give you what you want, and you're sort of chained with them and stuck in the situation. Either ways, you make them feel that you guys are stuck together, even though you all might not necessarily be stuck, and it's like there's some situation because of which you all are there, but it's not like the best situation. The Devil card is also like the shadow side of the Lovers card. So it's like, your relationship is still like in the shadow side, or like you're going through the dark times, not like dark, like, you get it. I don't mean it like that. Not to give the effect of like light and dark, but what I mean is like every relationship has good times and bad times or whatever. So you're sort of going through the time that you need to work through. Things are not really rosy right now, and they don't feel like it is, at least, even if they are, but it doesn't seem like they feel that ways at all. And they feel like there isn't enough love, there aren't enough resources. There's probably a need to like steal from each other, like fight for resources amongst yourselves. It's a little difficult to manage the situation. You're probably like stuck together. They can't speak their mind. You would rather be single and stuff like that. Not really going very well. Now, I don't know if this is the real situation, if this is not the real scenario of how things are. This is how they're feeling. So if that's not the real scenario, but they're feeling like this, then it could be that maybe something you said or did makes them feel like that, or maybe in the past when people reacted in a manner that you reacted, this is what they meant, or this is how things were. So it's either like a past pattern that they're getting triggered by, and some of your actions are triggering them, or else things are actually that bad, or maybe you are making them feel like this because of your past experiences and triggers and cycles. So whatever the scenario is in your case, you know best, but accordingly, having this insight also helps you know how to like improve that and how to bring the situation under control, like over here, that like in the tarot, this lady gets the line under control, so she sort of calms him down. So you know how to pacify, bring the situation under control, or calm yourself or the person down if you understand, or like with this information, if that makes sense to you. Now I'm going to look into how they feel towards you. They definitely feel very attracted towards you, but they're not sure like if you feel equally attracted towards them. This could also be a very like, floaty, flighty sort of energy. Yeah. We got the Devil card again. So it seems like, while we also got like the Wheel of Fortune, but which is also like you're destined to be together and stuff like that, or like this is a part of your destiny, like this relationship is a part of your destiny, but it could well as be like either a karmic relationship or a relationship where you have past life or previous karma to settle. So you all are sort of settling each other's karma probably right now, and there are some cycles that you need to, because this could also like denote a cycle, coming to think of it, one round of the, I do not remember the word for the wheel right now, but you know what I mean, okay? So one round, completion of a round could also like you go through different views and then you get off and you start again, and there are parts of the view that you like, there are parts you don't like, and it just goes on. So similarly, it's like you all are going through a cycle, and I definitely see a lot of attraction and passion that is like keeping you all drawn towards each other in all probability. But there's some element over here that gives you like you want to be free. There is a little there's an element of being caged in some way, you know. And like, it's like when you're not together, you feel like you're free, and the other person sees that. And the other person also is attracted to that side of you, but like when you're together, it's like you're not the same person anymore. And they miss that. Like, they really find you very attractive, but they feel like you're a different person when you're single or by yourself. And when you're with them, you're a different person. So I don't know if there's a change in behavior that's happening, or it's again something they're delusional about. But that's how they feel. See, again, and right now, like, I'm just being drawn to like the cage and actually the umbrella also. And I don't know why she has the umbrella, because like it's not even like a very sunny day, you know. It just looks like pleasant weather, and it's not raining, there's no sun. She already has a hat, but it's like you need extra protection when you're with them or something like that, and you're like feeling, they feel like you're inhibited around them. And then maybe they feel like, you know, either that is because they don't love you enough, or you don't feel loved enough to be yourself, or that it is because you don't love them enough that you are actually being able to be there, your true self. You know, it's like you're not showing, they feel like you're not showing your emotions, or like, yeah, or like you don't care, basically. They don't know if you care, they don't know if you love them. They're confused about it. Yeah. See, they feel like they have to be like careful and sneaky about it or something, like, you know, gradually progress. They really can't make a full move because it's sort of like inhibited in some sense. Okay, now I'm seeing, even though the Four of Wands has come, I feel drawn to see both these cards together, and it's like a double four. So maybe some of you all are seeing the number 44 or like 444. But if you look at this scene, you know, he is looking at her and she is looking over here. So it's like he is trying to wonder if she actually wonders about being together, because this person, or like your person, is not certain if you have the vision of the two of you being together in the long run, if you actually see long term with them, if you actually feel free with them, or is this just a karmic side? Is this someone you'll just like, come on, is this someone you'll just like break up with, or like you're stuck with and you just don't know what to do and stuff like that? So some of you could actually be in a relationship right now with this person, and this seems to be the pile that is actually in a relationship, but it's not really going very well. Let's see what their intentions are towards you. Guys, we have 3 decks, and we have the devil show up in all 3. Maybe now I am getting another angle to the story. So maybe your person is not able to show you feel, or maybe like they are in another relationship and they are not being able to show you the love because of that they're inhibited, and because of that when you're with them you don't feel free because you're not comfortable being with someone who is in a relationship, you know, and that's why they're not like, there's nothing happening. Or maybe it's the other way around, that you are in a relationship. There is some relationship for sure in this pile. So either one of you guys is in a relationship with someone else, or you guys are in a relationship. Now, their intention is to break free from the toxicity whatever is there. So if it's like they are in another relationship, they intend to break up with that person and actually commit to you and go the traditional route. If both of y'all are in a relationship which has certain like unconventional aspects or aspects that keep you all bound to each other and make you all feel, they want to bring that element, they intend to bring that element of security and stability in the relationship as compared to feeling bound. And I think they really feel like you feel bound. And they don't want you to feel like that. Like you're obligated or like bound in some way, like you're chained, literally. And they don't want to keep you chained, so they're going to break free the chain so that there could be something that's more traditional or by the books. Now, this could go both ways. Yeah. See this? And this. Okay. So this could go both ways. This might mean, depending on your situation. So like if it is, let me just say the 3 situations one by one so there's no confusion. So this situation, this toxic situation, whether it's not going to work anymore. Okay. So whether it's both of you that feel chained to each other or are stuck with each other and want to break free for whatever reason, maybe like y'all are stuck together because of some contract, some situation, you all have children together, or you made some promises, or you've told people, or like you're engaged, you're married, whatever. Like, I don't know why you're stuck together, but if you're stuck together and things aren't working, they know that this is not going to be healthy in the long run. They want to break free from this relationship to actually establish something stable with an equal partner. Okay, so that is situation 1. Or in the same situation, to actually establish something with you where there is equal partnership that is healthy, where you are open and honest, if that is possible. You will know if that is possible in your scenario or not. In the other scenarios where they are dating someone else, they want to break free from that and come forward towards you. See, there is a possibility that this healthy situation is with your love or without your love. And you would know that as per your situation. It could go either ways. But they definitely want there to be an element of like tradition, honor, where you're adding things up and things that are actually like helping everyone grow. It's like, the whole, they want to step up to bring order in the situation and bring some sort of stability. And this could happen in as soon as 2 to 5 weeks or 2 to 5 months. This situation has been going on for very long. And it needs to come to an end. Like whatever this toxicity is and this feeling, like whatever's making you all feel chained and limited. And they intend to bring that change. Now that change could involve something that is with you or something that is without you. And that would, there are 2 groups here. I really can't confirm which group you fall in. So you really have to go with your gut and your intuition over here. But if I had to broadly say, like if you are together, then there is a chance that you all will you all might find your way apart with people that are equal counterparts. Yes, there is a possibility that some of you all will start a new cycle where you're together with that person, but the other half, or like at least 60%, so like the larger half of you, might actually find love outside this connection. Now, for those of you who are not together but are limited or stuck in other situations, then they would want you or themselves to free themselves from whatever that situation is and get together. I hope this helped you guys get some clarity in some way and it resonated with you. Please let me know how this resonated and which of these scenarios is actually applicable in your case, and if this reading really helped you in some way. I am not sure if this is the reading that you were wanting to listen to, like it's the message you were expecting, but this is the message that I have got for you, and I really hope that it helps you on your path in your life. Whatever this is, it is something that was destined to happen. It was more like a karmic lesson that you all had to learn and a cycle that you all have to complete, and you all are nearing the end of the completion of that cycle and they intend to complete it and learn the lesson. So that'll bring you one step closer to your actual destiny, which is amazing. So like, see of it as one step ahead in life and try to look at it in that way and take your learnings from this relationship and journey like in a manner that you can, integrate it in your life to create a happier and more sustainable, stable, equal partnership situation with each other. Do let me know how this resonated with you guys. Please like, share, subscribe to stay in touch, as more videos will keep on coming up, and hit the notification bell to know when they'll come up. To support the channel, again, engage, like comment, just say hi, say whatever. It just helps the readings reach more and more people. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.